Good morning, everyone. Did you hear the news that the newspaper that will become the reality? It's named Stamford Post. Yeah, my team is doing that newspaper, and today we will present about the news Stamford Post. We try to make it a monthly news, so we will provide it in every month. So for this newspaper, it's about May and 2022 news. We include the sport news, political news, economic news, technology news, and there's movie review news. And we have one free section that we include the quote of the favorite people quote. Let's get to the first news.
Manchester City crowned to the 2001 and 2022 in the Premier League champion. In the dramatic with a 3-2 win over the Aston Villa in the final game of this season and steal the title to the Liverpool, for the finishing at a 1 point ahead for the second place of the Liverpool. At the end of the tough game and the battle for the competitor in Premier League. Who knows, like the victory would be the secure them in the title, were the 2-0 down for the Aston Villa with just 15 minutes remaining, but a turnover the game as a 3 goal in 5 minutes to win the 3-2 in the tripping scene to the competitor. So for the Pep Guardiola, he is a 11 major honor since the become to the City manager in the 2016. After the full-time whistle at the Etihad Stadium, all fans that's able to see the Fernandinho or the captain team and the leader left the Premier League trophy in his last action as a Manchester City player before he bring the end of his 9-year stay in this club. So the legendary of the Manchester United States, it is Lloyd Keane, is a commentator of the Sky Sports said, "This is a City have a group keep going until the end. Kevin De Bruyne can turn on the magic when he are 2 goal down and he need to turn it around. It's absolutely outstanding. As all of credit to the City and all of Billy team find a way to win." According to the Gary Neville, is a commentator of the Sky Sport and is another of the legend of the Manchester United, said an incredible football season. And congratulations to the Manchester City and Liverpool, head to head all of the way through the billiard and relentless to you want to get a better than a Premier League season than that. This is what Gary Neville said.
For this one is about politics and technologies. For the politics, is about Russian and Ukraine war. Russian troops advance in eastern Ukraine while UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's rebuff calls for a diplomatic solution including territory swap in exchange for further military support, particularly long-range missiles capable of targeting Russian artillery. Due to restrictions imposed by other nations, Russian oil exports carried on board tankers reached a new high as Vladimir Putin's invasion approached the 100 days mark. The majority of supplies were headed to India and China. The number of charter ships shipping petroleum from Eastern Russia increases fivefold in May compared to the previous month, according to Unipec, China's oil trading giant. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky expresses hope that the crisis will be resolved in time for him to attend the Group of 20 conference in November. In the meantime, Russia's prospects of averting default are decreasing, with investors expecting over $100 million in interest on Russian debt on Friday. And the next one is about technology.
Qualcomm company had recently released the announcement of their new Wi-Fi 7 networking Pro series chips. The series will come in 4 different platforms that will increase the networking efficiency in both area coverage and reduce latency rate. The new chip had increased internet speed at least 320 MHz and come with 3 different levels of the internet speed, 2.4, 5, and 6 GHz with improved of all Wi-Fi 6. Qualcomm Networking Pro Series chip platform will offer over 10 gigabit per second backhaul for business and household mesh Wi-Fi system for the first time. Technologies when combined with 5G fixed wireless access, 10G PON fibers, and sophisticated cable protocol provide us uses of internet for both corporate and personal connectivity solution and can be used for more than 500 users connection. The new Wi-Fi 7 chips will be released in the year of 2024 and will provide new networking experience that can be used for network hardware, software, and cloud management capabilities.
I will present about economy news in topic with cryptocurrency continue on emerging market in 2022. Cryptocurrency go up to an exponential rate and new generation of blockchain in 2021 because COVID-19 had increased in cryptocurrency using is a loss of emergency market. Also emergency market were increased growth in abroad. For example, in Brazil, provide a case study on how emergency economy attempt to use cryptocurrency that the central bank start that it would continue to work in incorporating blockchain technology into its service. And the country also Congress passed a measure that establish condition for the country cryptocurrency regulation and its listing economy. It continue to adopt blockchain-based technology in their own unique way.
The movie I chose is Fireheart. It has shown in the movie theater now. This movie is about 16 years old girl Georgia Nolan dreams of being the world's first ever female firefighter. When a mysterious tornado starts burning down Broadway, New York's firemen begin vanishing. Georgia's father, John, is called off retirement by the mayor of New York to lead the investigation into the disappearances. Desperate to help her father and save her city, Georgia disguises herself as a young man called Joe and joins a small group of misfit firefighters trying to stop the arsonist. This movie inspires women very much because the animation is subtle and every detail comes out to perfection. And of course, the main theme of this film is feminism. Fireheart subsequently whitewashed history and received much demand, revealing that it was an impulsive and horrifying story at one point because the story is about the first female firefighter in New York, which, like watching white clothes into is truly racist. This had led many to think that it reinforces the legacy of Rio's first female fighter in New York. With a story worth telling, the first real firefighter was Molly Williams, a former slave woman of color.
Okay, alright, after we listened of the news that we just present, this is a quote from Mr. Sitipong Siri magazine. It's about why we have to have a dream. Listen, when we have a goal or dream, it will help us live our life easily. It helps us make decisions and try to do something or the thing that we don't have to do. That's it.
Okay, after the presentation of the news, I want to talk about the team roles that I use to assign work for each member. So first, I give them free to select their news areas, but I need to agree according to my personal idea for the team role that I want. First, I want to talk about the Mr. Euro. He wants to select their sport area, and I agree with it because I know he is live sport to watch live sport, and he is a big fan of the Manchester United, and I exchange the football news with him in currently. So second people I want to talk about Miss Cartoon. She want to select their movie reviews area, and I agree with it, but she hesitated in select the movie review area and the comic. And to compare with it, I think the comic is hard to do and needs to use the art skill, and maybe it will take more time than the movie review areas. So she comfortable to do the movie review area than the comic. Next person, I want to talk about Miss Wei Chang. She wants to select the economic areas, and I agree with it because I know that she have a hobby that's playing Axie Infinity games that are cryptocurrency games, and I want to have the cryptocurrency news in my Stamford post, and I know that she have a knowledge in this area, so I agree with her selection. Next is I want to talk Mr. Alex. He want to select their economic news like Miss Wei Chang, but I want the cryptocurrency news, and I think Miss Wei Chang is more suitable for it. So I want Mr. Alex to change the topic that he wants. So he select the technology news area, and I agree with it because I know that he have the interesting in the computer in technicals, and he have a knowledge in the computer in technical and interesting in the news of technology like the update of new iOS or the quantum chip or the news of the news window in the computers. So he comfortable in doing the technologies news area. Next is Mr. Chiu. He wants to select the politics news, and I agree with this because I think he is the learning abroad student in the England, and he knows he have a experience in the politics in other country than Thailand in the personal experience, and I think he will try to make it easy for our news readers and can make it easy in our new presentation in politics because I know politics is the one that hard to presenting, and I think Mr. Chiu can do it in a good way and in an excellent way in the teamwork. He is good in this area compared with other members in our teams, so I making him doing this area. More about it is about the editor of our presentation videos. I assign to Mr. Gills because I see that he have an experience in this one in the assignment 3 that we do in this course. He mix the voice and video in the video clips that we create and posting in his the Facebook, and he comfortable to do it, and he say he can make it, so I'm assigned it for him to in the editing our presentation videos, and that is for our news presentation. Thank you.